Welcome to this week's Wind Down, where we're joined by an awesome new cast member, Mr. Kendrick Sampson, who plays Issa / my new bae, Nathan.
Now, Issa and Nathan's relationship seems promising in other episodes. In this episode, you kind of become like Ghost Bae.
You know, there was a Lyft investigation going on. Maybe he got caught up. The Lyft secret police done, popped up at his door. Maybe he was, no?
So Issa kind of went over the edge
Yes.
this episode. Have you guys been guilty of stalking at all? What's the deal?
100%.
100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for
100%.
admitting that.
Popped up, like, where you at?
Why?
What you doing?
What
Looking in windows.
triggers you?
Insecurity. I'm just like, where you at? Why you not answering my text? What you, kind of, being ghosting or like figuring out if she's on a date or what you doing?
Yeah.
What is it about me?
Or,
I remember my college girlfriend broke up with me, and I remember I found out where she was in Leimert Park, and I parked and I watched her talk to a guy in Leimert Park, and I remember she called me later and was like, I saw you in Leimert Park watching me. And I was like, that wasn't me. She's like, I know what your car looks like. It was clearly you watching me. I know what you're talking about, girl. Because again, I was insecure. I just knew like something was going on, and
I mean, but justifiably, insecure.
Justifiably.
Because when somebody just like kind of disappears,
Yes.
you're like, what's going on?
going on?
Like, I need to know.
And you ask, like, what is it about me? I know for me, it's just been like, I want answers as to like, who else you're checking for, because I've gone down wormholes, I've created fake accounts, it's been crazy, but like, just finding out, like, what is it about me that made this person disappear? Why wasn't I enough? And also answering the question of just like, how do they make me feel, and can I get it elsewhere? What do you feel like Issa sees in Nathan?
He's just like a really dope human.
I shouldn't ask you that, that's the wrong way.
No, okay, look, like for real, they really clicked. I mean, they had a vibe, they understood each other's humor, and they had fun together, and he kind of like challenged her.
the one thing that we liked about Nathan was that it was the one guy to finally come in Issa's life of Issa and Daniel, where Nathan doesn't have any history with her. So Issa can kind of be this new person or this sort of fresh person without any baggage. With Lawrence, there's baggage. With Daniel, there's some sort of baggage of a past. And with Nathan, it's like she's meeting him. They're both meeting each other at this exact moment, at this exact time, and there's no history. And they can kind of create a new history.
I just find, obviously, ghosting is like, it's been around since the beginning of time. Cavemen were ghosting on cave bitches. But like, specifically, this time is like social media will put you, like, put all your business out there, and you can like opt to show where you are. And I'm just wondering if, just given in this age, if it is socially acceptable to be like, oh, I saw your Facebook, how's your kids? Or, oh, I saw you got this new job, what's going on? But like, is it socially acceptable to track every person's move if you're not causing them harm? Is it socially acceptable to e-stalk?
Yeah, I mean, if you put it out on the internet, I mean, it's there for public, especially if you've got somebody following you and all that kind of stuff, but it gives you less of an excuse to ghost.
But is there an obligation?
I do think social media changes the way we communicate with each other. Like, there's some, like, because again, like human nature would either say, you call me in my house, I'm not there. Or you can text somebody and say, hey, I got your text, but I'm busy whatever. But those social media things sort of give us the excuse to sort of like, kind of ghost even social media-wise on people.
Yeah, I don't think you owe anybody any sort of text back or call back or anything. Like, sometimes you want to go to the bathroom, sometimes you just want to chill, sometimes you want to take a drink, whatever, and you don't owe them the response. But on the other side, when you are sending somebody something and they're not responding, you're that much more anxious just because you're like, oh, you're on social media, so it just creates more of a culture of anxiety around communication.
It's definitely stopped me from doing what I'm supposed to do, and that's what we see in this episode just with Issa. And she has this grand idea to do this block party, which she reveals to Molly later that Nathan was sort of the inspiration of her feeling like she could do it, but is also procrastinating later on to find out what his whereabouts are and to stalk him. She's like, it's impeding her from doing what it is she feels like she's supposed to be doing, and her trying to kind of use that as an excuse of just like, I need this person in my life, I need a response, and if I don't have it, then can I function? Am I worthy enough to even do this task? Did I need him to be able to do this in the first place?
Everybody, thanks for winding down with us this week. May you be free of ghosts and stalkers alike. Bye.
Bye. Cheers.
That was me.
Cheers, 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 cheers.
Not
cheers,
you,
cheers. No, yeah, you ghosted.
You know what?